Oh, that's fantastic. What's up, everybody? Welcome to the Kinda Funny podcast for December, whatever today is.
14th.
Well, 14th, that's right.
Is it 10th?
Well, it's the 10th, but this is going live on the 14th.
Just threw out a
probably.
number.
You did.
You know what, Nick? I woke up today.
It's going up on the 13th.
I woke up today after and didn't know what day it was.
Yeah.
And
I thought it was
a
Friday.
little bit of it is because I am behind on listening to the Dan Le Batard show.
Yeah.
And it was Thursday for them, and I was like, oh, tomorrow Friday? No, today's Tuesday.
Fuck, dude. I've been listening to the same Joe Rogan podcast episode for 5 days straight. I can't.
It's like 7 hours
It's
long.
so long, and it's not even his main podcast. He does an MMA podcast now because people got so tired of listening to the real one and then going like, stop talking about mixed martial arts, even though he still talks about mixed martial arts on his regular podcast. But he does like 1 or 2 of those a week. And I'm like, and he gets really good guests that are like luminary trainers or ex-fighters that are now commentators, and it's just so fascinating. They get all hyped up.
DMT?
Oh, well, no, they don't talk about that on
eat
that. But they do.
deer
talk about
jerky?
DMT. They do eat a lot of deer jerky. I'm your host, ladies and gentlemen. Greg and Tim have had a very, very busy day in the video game sphere. Hey, did you know we had another channel called Kinda Funny Games over on youtube.com/kindafunnygames? You can subscribe over there or subscribe here for this channel. I'm going to be hosting all day today. I already introduced myself, but to my immediate right is Andy Maximum Cortez. Say hello to the people. Say hello.
Hello.
Use your words. Use your words.
Do you have a question?
Hello.
Do you have Oh, Andy?
I was raising my hand.
Oh, okay.
I was just like, in case people wanted to know which one I am
Oh, I see.
on the screen.
To Andy's immediate left, all the way around, it's Christmas in December. Joey Noel.
Immediate left, but skip one.
Yeah, skip one, but I mean, are you getting the back cracked?
What's up?
Yeah.
Now
He's
this
getting
is
his
this
back
is something.
cracked.
If you guys want to see the setup for this in the pre-show today, of course, you can be a Patreon supporter. You can see how they discuss this horrible idea. This is a bad idea. Bad idea. Oh wow!
Oh, yeah. Oh, my God.
He just cracked
We
it
should have
all.
mic'd it.
I heard it and it was gross.
I don't like it.
That felt incredible.
We should have
Thank
mic'd
you,
that.
Kevin.
Maybe we'll mic it tomorrow on KFAF. How's that sound?
Because I woke up today
this.
feeling like Batman. And I
Real
got out of
grizzly
bed
voice.
and I was just like,
Wait, Batman from the start of The Dark Knight Rises?
Where he's got no leg.
no, like Michael Keaton.
Oh, you mean you can't
or
move
Val
your
Kilmer.
you can't move your head?
I couldn't
Batman.
move, but yeah.
I mean,
Real stiff.
Had some issues with my neck/back. Yeah.
I understand that.
I woke up feeling like a vigilante.
like you were fighting crime all last night, but in
Yeah.
reality you were just editing
Yeah.
a Borderlands video.
Yeah.
That's fair. Of course, ladies and gentlemen, if you want to watch the pre-show or if you want to support this show, you can go over to patreon.com/kindafunny, just like our Patreon supporters did for this month. Shout out to Drew Gardner.
Gardner?
No, there's an I in there. He snuck an I in between the D and the I.
It looks like Gardner. Though.
A Gardner
No,
fructis.
it's spelled. Just look at it phonetically.
Gardner. You're right. Isn't Gardner not? Isn't it just Gardner? Gardner.
I mean, I'm sure there's multiple ways you can
is this
spell
the what is this the English spelling? Like
Maybe
they spell
he's
color,
Canadian.
favor.
Favorite.
Drew, the Englishman, Gardner, Cameron, vote for me, Reagan, and Kieran and O'Donnell. No relation to Macaulay Culkin.
Did not know that's where you're going. I thought you were going to say Rosie O'Donnell.
No, I should have.
I thought you were going to say Chris
I
O'Donnell.
was
Here's-
going for Chris.
Here's how my brain works on this one. Macaulay Culkin has Kieran Culkin as his brother, and I thought Kieran was Kieran. But by the time I got it out, I realized the vastness of my mistake. It's
That's
hard.
a lot of thought process to have in like half
You're
a
a
second.
fuck-
Well, I was
moron.
expecting it to be just Al the lone tribesman. We've already come up with
It's
the
the wrong-
perfection on
it's
that
the
one,
wrong
but
show.
we'll work on it, Drew and Cameron.
So
And
far
Kieran.
we have the Englishman.
Drew, the Englishman, Garnier.
Vote
the
for me,
Kingsman?
Reagan.
Vote for Cameron Reagan.
And
Can you
Kieran
be the
O'Donnell.
Kingsman instead?
It's probably
That's way
Regan,
cooler.
actually.
The Kingsman.
I spell Reagan.
It's REA.
G-A-N. So this is
G-A-N.
Regan. Would
Yeah.
you say vote for me, Cameron Regan?
Okay.
And then
Kieran
Kieran.
O'Donnell. I've always said kill on death. Or
Kill on
killable
death.
on death, like KOD.
I like no relation to Macaulay Culkin.
All right, that's what it is now.
I feel like most people aren't going to get that.
They're not at all. Because
Luckily,
Kevin,
Nick just
as you so
explained it.
rightfully pointed out, as did Joey, there's nothing to get. It's
No.
a bad joke.
Yeah.
Not well set up.
No.
Dumb.
No
Super
logic.
It's cool
Yeah.
to see how your mind works.
Is it cool, or is it like looking at a broken Lego set where you're like, it's missing pieces. This will never
just-
be complete.
It's an empty fucking field.
Like, when you get to the end of it and you're like, I just am missing one piece. And you're like, this is no longer perfect.
and then you throw the whole thing in the trash can.
You call me an empty field?
Up there. It's just
One rusty car?
yeah.
A weed grow, like a tree growing out of it, but it's a
Yeah.
useless tree.
And the Ghostbusters car, Ecto 1 doing the little
Oh,
drifting.
before we talk about that, shout out to our sponsors this week, of course, Quip, Upstart, and Trojan brand condoms. Woo. We'll get to those ad reads a bit later.
I wanted to talk about romaine lettuce, man.
Oh my God.
So my good friend Caesar from back home just tweeted out of nowhere, romaine lettuce is always fucked up. And it's so true. I feel like we hear about these recalls
Once every 3 months.
Once every 3 months. Something was
Is it
wrong
always
with
romaine?
lettuce.
Isn't it like spinach sometimes?
always romaine.
It's spinach a lot of the times. The E. coli.
It seems like
We
it's
just have
been
to cancel
romaine
both
a
of them?
lot lately.
Yeah,
though.
in the last like 5 years, the romaine outbreak has been insane.
Like spinach has been using those Trojan brand condoms,
yeah.
and it's been safe for a long time.
Romaine has just been raw dogging it.
Exactly. Just it's out there just putting itself in all the dirt. You
Yeah,
know? You know what I
man.
mean? Just putting it wherever it needs to be.
And I feel like
You agreed to be on this podcast, Joey.
I did. I did. in fact.
I feel like the diseases it's getting are all always different.
It's always E. coli.
It
feel like E.
usually,
coli
is
yeah,
the
probably.
It's usually, it goes from E. coli, a little slash of cancer sometimes, and then
Yeah,
back to E.
that's what I'm
coli.
saying, man. Herpes.
Just little herpes.
Hepatitis.
Which one
Just-
is the one that koalas have? Is that herpes?
Chlamydia. Midichlorians.
Midichlorians.
They're the Anakin Skywalker of STDs.
Joey, didn't you ask me about this weekend?
Yeah, but we'd been drinking all day, so like, who remembers?
Oh, I went. My mind went to mitochondria.
Yeah, which is
the powerhouse of the cell.
Chlamydia. You could see how.
exactly. Macaulay
What's the
Culkin,
best
Kieran O'Donnell. You see where I'm at.
Powerhouse of the cell. All right, it's the best.
And for question number 4, what is a powerhouse of the cell? Chlamydia.
Chlamydia. Thank you, Professor. Next question.
Move on to question.
Move on to
7.
question 7. Question, sir. God damn, it's so true. Listen, I want you guys to understand something about the world in which we live today. Okay, not only is our lives awesome that we get to do this for a living. Thank you, everyone out there, for your support. Shout out to the Patreon people that were in the pre-show. But this week we got a legitimately good trailer for a Wonder Woman movie
It's so good.
that may or may not. I'm calling it right now. Might be legitimately the first great DC movie to come out since the 1989 Batman.
Nolan made a couple of them.
You forget just like a
Since-
whole thing.
The 1989 Batman. Since the Dark
I thought you were
Knight.
going to correct yourself and go, since Batman and Robin.
And that movie was
Thank you
untouched.
for appreciating Batman
But then
and
we
Robin.
get this, okay? I come in, boo-doo-doo, right? Little trailer.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, is this the Stranger Things movie? They finally making a movie out of this? Finn Wolfhard, Andy from the press.
What was the bidoo? What's that?
I'll get
You're
to that in a
talking
second.
about a different one.
No, I'm talking about the right one. Same one.
Okay.
Okay, you're like, is that Finn Wolfhard with his head on, right? And then who's this girl? And then they're in
He's
his
got his head on.
He's got the big mop
He usually
where
has
it's like
his head off.
where it's like the hair is what I meant. Shut up.
Yeah.
And it's really long.
You realize you moved over from Wonder Woman to Ghostbusters.
Yes.
Yeah, he's crafting a narrative here.
I'm telling you, we got a bunch of trailers this week that are awesome.
He's
Stay
craft-
with me, everyone.
he's
It's okay.
crafting. I'm
It's okay.
with
I
you.
know that Finn Wolfhard's not in Wonder Woman that we know of. He might be. I don't know. If he has a great agent, that's amazing.
They brought Chris Pine back. Who
What I'm
knows
saying
else
is they
could
look
do.
over and it's scary. What's in the well? It looks like a horror movie,
Yeah.
and it's scary.
And
And
it's
Finn Wolfhard's in that weird other horror movie.
I don't
so
watch
maybe
it.
That's
I
just
don't-
his beat.
Listen, here's what I'm gonna say right now. It's fucking Stranger Things, Ghostbusters, or get the fuck out with Finn Wolfhard.
what about it? You don't like it?
Finn, you're trying to fucking do it. Shut up.
He
He
was
wasn't in it.
He was,
It was the other kid.
Yeah, he's pretty good in it.
Was he in it?
yeah, he was.
Oh, he
Bill
was the
Hader.
main kid. I
Wasn't he?
was thinking of the guy Bill Hader plays when he was a kid.
Isn't
That's right. He was
he?
good at
That
it.
was it.
That was
He
it.
was good in it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was him.
Yeah.
No, the other Bill Hader is played by the other kid. I
No,
think
no,
Finn
no,
Wolf.
that-
Well, Finn Wolfhard isn't he James McAvoy's character?
No, James
No.
McAvoy's character
Is the
Yeah,
other
is
boy.
the main character.
Who's the kid with the
Leader.
stutter that's kind of a wuss?
Yeah, I don't know who he is, but like
Richie?
That's Stranger Things.
That's a completely other guy.
All I'm saying is this: you tell me that Jason Reitman's picking up the mantle where his father left off, and he's gonna undo the sin that was done by Paul Feig back in the day. I say yes, but I'm cautiously optimistic. And then I see the Ecto 1 come out in that little teaser, and I was like, okay, you got me. It's not cool, this shot on the planet, but it looks like a little temp shot that you put together to get people hyped. I'm hyped. Then the trailer comes. It feels like Ghostbusters. It sounds like Ghostbusters. They play a little from Ghostbusters. That's how I did with that.
Oh.
And it's phenomenal. This kid's name is Jaden Martell, but he spells it weird.
He's the one that
I don't like it.
McAvoy played.
Oh, that's McAvoy's character?
Yeah.
Bill, whatever.
So Finn Wolfhard is Bill Hader's?
Yeah.
Young Stanley.
Nope,
That's
that's not
Wyatt
Finn.
Olaf.
What?
That's
Finn
Wyatt
Wolfhard.
Olaf.
All right, Richie. Sorry, Jesus.
Richie, okay, but which one's Rich now? Which one's the old Richie?
Bill
Go to the-
Hader. It's Bill Hader.
Bill Hader's the
Bill Hader.
I don't want to believe it. Meg I did not see Nutmeg. Did you guys see it, Chapter 2? Did you go?
Yeah, like
Was it
I
good?
never saw it.
Did you watch it?
I haven't watched it.
It was
I'm waiting for it to come on TV.
One
It's too
third
fucking
too
long.
long.
To be,
It was
yeah,
so long.
It's too long. It's like The Irishman. It's too long to see in the theaters. I'm gonna fucking
It
see it.
didn't need some of the stuff.
It didn't need a lot of that stuff. It could have been an hour shorter.
I will say though that when movies are in theaters, I am way more inclined to not text and not look at
Yep.
Instagram.
It's
And
more
I
unsettling.
pay.
Socially unacceptable.
It's also
Yeah,
super
exactly.
illegal. They say it right at the beginning of the movie. Don't do it.
There are
They'll
so
bounce your ass
many
outta here.
moments where that I catch myself because my brain just cannot focus on one thing. And I need medicine. I need to see a doctor about this. But I'll be watching a movie at home. We're doing all these interviews, and it takes me 3.5 hours to watch Phantom Menace or something because I'm not super interested in it. But also my mind just wanders, and I have to go back and rewind.
Too many
go back and
distractions.
rewind. Go back and rewind.
That's for sure because it's Phantom Menace.
No, I do the
Like,
same
think about
thing.
when you watch the Fast and Furious movies for the first time, you were engaged.
I was engaged. guys.
Dialed
So
in.
here's what I'll say. What I notice I do is that I have a nervous tick whenever there's a lull in the movie after a big action thing, or if there's tension in the movie, like a scary, I will pick up my phone and
Because
start looking
you want
through
to
it.
distract yourself.
I distract
you're
myself.
scared.
And I've noticed that it's subconscious. Like I do it just to like either ease the tension mentally of what's happening with me, or if there's even a sliver of I'm not 100% entertained, I will go to the diversion, and it's not good.
I do it because if there happens to be a hidden camera on me watching me, I don't look super scared to the hidden camera. I look like I just don't care that much
so
about
cool.
the
Yeah.
scary moment. I'm just gonna
You're
text.
tough.
Who cares, dude? Who gives a freak? you
My
know?
wife hates it. She's like, "You're not even watching this movie." I'm like, "You don't understand. Subconsciously, I'm scared. That's why
I'm terrified,
I'm looking
I know.
on stupid, on just Instagram, just going. Oh God, what a waste! What a waste of time Instagram is.
It really is.
But I love it.
So Wonder Woman.
Wonder Woman,
Ghostbusters?
Ghostbusters. Two great trailers. I'm very excited for Ghostbusters.
Nutmeg.
Could you mention Nutmeg? You mentioned the Ecto 1 coming around with like the gunner seat. I had to watch that like 5 times.
It's so cool.
The thing
like,
that I'm
this
really
is so fucking
the thing
cool.
that I'm just really impressed and what kind of sells me on the fact that this movie is gonna be good is just the way it's shot and the color grading.
The color grading super.
It just
it looks cool.
When I see this trailer, my mind immediately thinks, "Oh, this is gonna be a good movie." I don't know why.
Which one are we talking about?
Ghostbusters.
Ghostbusters,
Well,
yeah.
I mean, Wonder Woman
Wonder
looks
Woman,
great too.
Wonder Woman look fucking. We'll go to that one in a second.
Yeah.
Let's just focus on Ghostbusters right
Yeah,
now.
the
That's what we're
GBs,
talking about.
man.
The GBs.
The GBs looks it's convincingly good. This trailer has convinced me that this movie's gonna be good.
I'm inclined to agree, and what I like about it is that they approached it like the original Ghostbusters. I think one of the interesting points of feedback was when Tim watched it, he was like, "I didn't think it was that funny," and I'm like, you know what? It's actually not that funny. It's actually kind of it's more sci-fi and more scary. And then the jokes obviously come from how charismatic that those 4 people are together.
Yeah.
And watching Bill Murray and the rest of the guys just like joke around with you. But there's no like laugh out loud moments. It's more just about how they use those personalities to like dispel some of the tension, and then it builds back up. When Sigourney Weaver gets pulled into her kitchen,
It's crazy.
it's fucking terrifying. I was scared of that when I was a kid. There was some scary shit when Lewis.
That's like a poltergeist moment.
That's why I
for
never
sure.
watched them.
But really, it's good.
No, I just always
a good movie.
I don't know. They were again like many movies from my childhood, like Terminator, like Die Hard, like a lot of these movies. They are movies that were on TV that my parents were watching at one point, and I just don't remember anything about them.
Well, I'm sure
Have
we'll
you
do
rewatched it
Ghostbusters
as
in
an
review.
adult?
No.
I would. I think you'll like it.
Remember
But
when we saw half of Back to the Future?
because you guys left?
We went to go watch Back to the Future, and I was watching it for my first time. And then they had it was in a that
30-minute, maybe 40.
intermission.
And it was
For
like
Back to the Future, it's only like 2 hours
it
long.
was like one of the Marina theaters, and it was like sponsored by some beer brewery, and they did a tasting in the middle.
Oh, Christ.
And we're like, we're not waiting.
We don't want that.
40
And it was
minutes.
like not a good theater. Again,
No.
like
Was
you know,
it? It's in the Marina.
Yeah.
So it was one of the Lee theaters, probably. So
Probably.
either the Presidio Theater or
It was
I
just
think
like
it's
no
Yeah.
stadium
Was it-
seating, crappy seats. Bad
was it?
screen.
How many screens was it? Like 3, or was it more?
I think it's probably 3.
Did the entrance look like it was modern, or did it look like it was straight out of 1984?
1984.
That is the Presidio Theater. I love that theater, but it's not a
Hate
good
it.
theater.
Yeah.
Like it comes in, you're like,
It's like that and the
popcorn
Castro
looks stale.
Theater feel like kind of similar.
Yeah, I mean, to be fair, I'm a sucker for old school neighborhood theaters like that.
Movie palaces and all
They're
that jazz.
amazing, and I
But-
love the people that run that because they couldn't give a shit about you.
But a 40-minute intermission?
That's dumb. I thought you guys went to Alamo for that. I'm
No.
like, oh, that's
no,
dope.
this
You
was
just eat and party.
pre-Alamo.
The small bits that I did watch for pre-Alamo.
Like before the Alamo was like up and running. Draft House.
When did the Draft House open?
It was like shortly after we moved here.
Oh, okay. 'Cause I was about to say it's been here for as long as I've known
I
it.
think you're wrong about that. The Alamo Draft House has been around for like 5 years.
Yeah, I'm pretty because I've heard Greg's talked about
I
it
don't
on
think it has.
I
podcasts.
think 3 years.
Really? Huh.
We've
Here before you guys.
If only someone
Good luck.
had the power.
Because his voice sounds like he's leaned back.
He's definitely back. I saw his hat just pop up.
Can you Can you look up when places opened?
Alamo Draft House
I'm
SF
sure you
open?
can.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
I'm
Wikipedia.
gonna try.
I was gonna say though that the humor that I have seen in Ghostbusters reminds me a lot.
You're
of,
gonna love it.
It reminds me a lot of humor in The Simpsons or Futurama.
It's dry.
Where it's dry and it's not gonna make you like fucking crack your ass up, but you're gonna go, huh? That's really clever.
That is
you know?
exactly what it is.
I love humor like that.
It's more about it's more about just sort of like, what do we say? 2015. Announced do their latest expansion.
December
Opened
17th,
17th.
2015 for
2015.
Force Awakens.
Fucking nailed it.
You nailed it, Kevin.
So it was 2017, so it was 3 years old.
yeah.
That's
I
good.
moved
2 years
here.
old.
I moved here 2017.
Got it. What's that?
I just said whatever.
Whatever.
I thought she said
it-
no.
She said it in an angry tone.
Joey, that's the
wanted
most like
it
Stu
in-
Gotts ever when he's proving on. Whatever, who cares?
So we still talking about trailers, right?
Yes, we're still talking about trailers. So what I will say is, I think you'll like it for that reason. I think you appreciate. Not to say that Tim has a terrible sense of humor, but let's be honest, we've all met him.
Yeah.
I think you'll appreciate the nuances of the performance and the fact that they are. You could tell a lot of it was improvised. There's a great episode of the movies that made us. It's the docuseries. If you haven't heard me fucking gush about it,
Yeah.
about
No,
Ghostbusters,
me,
and they
I've been
show
gushing about it.
Joe.
I've only heard
You
Joey
told
talk
me,
about
and
it.
I am the megaphone for your mouth. Do you understand me?
I was talking. I
Joey,
told you to watch
I
it.
watched it and came in and said, "Did you watch it?" And you said, "Yes, I told you to watch it." And I said, "I don't remember yesterday. I'm like a dog."
Joey, also Nick told us to watch Great British Bake Off. We didn't start watching it. He was the one who recommended it.
Have
to
you guys
us.
heard of that show? It's great. I definitely recommend watching it. No, I think you
We're
recommend.
7 years out for Nick telling us to watch The Office. Too.
I hear it's good. We watched the clip on Internet Explorers yesterday with Baby Yoda playing music. Have you seen all these that are coming around?
No.
It's Baby Yoda.
Oh, yeah, hitting the switch,
button,
yeah,
and
okay.
one of them was the Office theme. It's pretty funny.
It's so loud.
No, anyway, it's worth watching. I mean, one of the reasons why everyone appreciates it, obviously you have like 4 guys, 4 of the best comedic voices at the time at the top of their game. And one of the cool things was, I've never watched I don't have the Blu-ray, so I've never watched the
neither.
behind the scenes deleted stuff. But they showed how the editor was like, it was like so hard to edit this film because there were so many good takes of everything. And there's a part where, famously, I think it's in the first act, where they catch Slimer. And they come out of the ballroom, and Bill Murray famously goes, "We came, we saw, we kicked their ass." And then they had like 2 other takes of him just doing completely ridiculously different lines. They were all funny.
Yeah.
And it was just like, how the fuck do you do that? And
It's
then
like it's like when we recorded all of our music videos. Like there's so many perfect, phenomenal takes.
or that one cold open we did where it was a not so subtle molestation joke, and it was the only joke we did.
yeah.
Just like that.
Anyway, very.
What the fuck was that?
Very excited for that. I'm sure we'll do in review, and I wonder if we'll include the 2016 Ghostbusters or not.
I feel like you.
I think you kind of have to, right?
I mean,
not.
we
It's
didn't
not
watch
canon
all the
though.
Terminators though, so
Well,
we
because
didn't
yeah, it's
have
true. I guess
to.
those weren't canon, so this isn't canon
I
either.
talked
But
to Tim. It sounds like he wants to watch all of them, so we're good.
I think
Yeah,
it's
and
And
worth
I think
it.
if
Halloween
there's
in
only that-
review, I don't think we'd watch all of them. We just watched the one.
Yeah.
2 and
I think I think the fact that there aren't 4 or 5 extra Ghostbusters movies that may not necessarily be like the fact that it's only one, the Paul Feig one.
Yeah.
I think we kind of have to watch all of them if it's only one. But we get into a point where I really want to do Nolan in review. I really want to do Miyazaki in review, but there's just so many fucking movies. I'm gonna do Tarantino in review.
Yeah, but you can group them, right? Like I want to do Brat Pack in review, but that's just me.
I want to do
I don't
that
think it'll
too.
I don't think it'll do that well,
But it'll be really fun.
Was that Ocean's 11?
No, Brat Pack was the John Hughes kids. So John Hughes, who made Breakfast Club, 16 Candles, Pretty in Pink. That group of kids.
Some kind of Wonderful in there.
I think so. Yeah. I would put because what's her name was in it? Wasn't Molly Ringwald in some kind of Wonderful? Or was she in
seen it in a long time.
Pretty in Pink? She was in Pretty in Pink. Some kind of Wonderful was not Molly Ringwald. That was Eric Stoltz and Samantha something or other.
Yeah, I don't know.
I tried watching it. It does
only
not hold
seen
up.
that one like a handful of times compared to the others.
Pretty in Pink's amazing. Anyway,
then
they called him that because the Rat Pack was Dean Martin and Samuel Davis Jr. and all those guys.
Saint
So when
Elmo's
they were in the
Fire.
80s, they called them the Brat Pack because they were like little
That's
shitty
cute.
kids. It was awesome.
That's really cute.
Another episode.
But yeah, when we talk about what movies should we do and should we talk about, there gets to a point where there are too many, and inevitably there will be other bigger movies coming out around the same time.
Yeah.
And we'll have to, it's a bound. It's a weird kind of like Tetris. Like you have to fit the blocks where
The puzzle that is figuring out the in-review schedule, I think, kills Tim a little bit.
But I mean, the fact of the matter is this: that we've done 2 a week now for a while, and that seems to be really fun. I've enjoyed it. It's nice to watch a TV show or something that I don't have to do the synopsis for, and actually just be able to talk about that for an hour. So it's possible that we could do a bigger series like a Star Wars, something like that, and then another smaller one on like Fridays or something. I don't know.
Like The Office?
Throwing that out there. What's that? I've never heard that show. Is it a good show? I'll tell you in 7 years. You guys could do The Office in review. That'd be amazing. You'd have to group them. There's no way. Isn't there like 8 seasons of that show?
I think there's 9.
You have to do like per season or some shit like that.
It's never gonna happen. We talk about this too much.
I keep saying we should do one episode every KFAF. See how far we get.
But we can't start it for 7 years.
We could do that in KFAF. We'll change the name of the show to The Office Review and we'll get more views.
That's true. That's true.
That was really funny, Nick.
I don't know.
Wonder Woman trailer.
Oh my God. So
We're just doing a mini screencast.
yeah, of
Kevin,
course.
I hope that's fun.
First off,
we just did this on Screencast.
fair.
Cool.
What did you think of the graphics in the Wonder Woman trailer?
Oh my gosh, fantastic,
Fucking great, right?
beautiful.
Great. By the way, Kevin, we're doing it here because I didn't get a chance to talk about these things because, and I quote, Kevin walked in and looked around the room and said, "Nick, your services are no longer needed for Screencast tomorrow.
Damn, bro.
Thank you."
That
and
hits
then walked
hard.
out.
You
Actually,
could have if you would have
actually-
seen Jumanji with us.
Actually, this is what Kevin did. Kevin was like, "Hey, I don't know if we're gonna need you tomorrow. I'll have my assistant Tim get back to you." Tim texts me at like fucking 10:30. He's like, "We're good. We don't need you tomorrow."
Wow,
That's
dude.
bullshit.
That's real fucked
Weren't you
up.
supposed to be on Shock Mike to talk about Silicon Valley?
I was here.
You were definitely supposed to be on Shock to talk about.
What am I supposed to say here the whole show? Listen, you guys are supposed to call me. I'm coming to talk about Silicon Valley.
Yeah, that's real fucked up.
I did pop in and I tried to say something and Kevin went like this.
Also,
What'd I tell you?
You were invited for Jumanji and every other movie we've gone, and you're always like, Wednesday is date night with my wife. And I'm like, Nick, it's Monday. It was on Monday.
Here's the deal. Here's the deal about Jumanji.
Or we make plans 2 weeks in advance. No, even longer.
And I cancel.
And you just cancel.
Here's the deal about Jumanji. I watched the first Jumanji. That's enough Jumanji for me. Was Jumanji 2 better than Jumanji 1?
Yeah, I think so.
I think it actually was.
Was it really?
Yeah.
No, that's not saying much though. Because Jumanji 1 was fine. It was
But,
fine.
I mean, you don't know.
Technically, Jumanji.
What'd you guys rate it? How many out of
We didn't-
Kevin's fingers? How many did you give it?
We didn't rate it.
Kevin has 4
It's
fingers.
What was the Kevin fingers?
It's a one thumbs up. It's a one thumbs up.
Did you like it?
I did.
Okay.
I thought if you liked the first one, I think this one might be a little bit better.
Yeah.
But that was my personal take.
What did Tim think?
Tim thought it was
Fine.
fine.
But
It's
he
another
also
Jumanji movie.
loved Jumanji, so.
Oh, so it didn't live up to his expectations.
No, I'm just saying, like, I didn't realize he loved Jumanji, Welcome to the Jungle.
Oh, okay.
I didn't either. I didn't really know anybody really loved that movie, but
Jumanji: Welcome to the Jungle. No one
Yeah.
loved it.
We just told you Tim did.
No.
Rochelle also loved it.
When are we going to get
No, for
evangelical
sure.
Manji? Get it?
Or Catholic Manji. Was that it's fun.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah, I get you. I see. I
Catholic.
understand what you're saying. I get
It's so
it. I
stupid,
get
dude.
it.
It's a silly
No,
joke,
we're in
man.
there. We're in there, everyone.
Thanks, man.
Yeah,
Thanks.
point all of your criticisms at Maximum Cortez.
I was going to
Wait,
say...
real quick. Did anybody watch Zathura? The
No.
No.
weird
That knockoff?
spiritual sequel.
Wasn't it a Favreau movie?
Yeah.
And that's the one that had like the weird little creature.
Isn't that where they go into
thing, right?
space?
Yeah.
Yeah, I
It's
didn't watch
Jumanji,
it.
but in space. But I don't think it's connected at all.
It was like a spiritual successor sort of thing.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Yeah. I don't think it was like a direct. Yeah, Robin Williams isn't popping up in that and going, whoo, whoo, doing that thing.
Does he do that in Jumanji?
No.
You know what I mean?
You just did Robert Downey Jr.
Ooh, ooh.
Whoa.
Doesn't Robert
Iron Man.
Williams do that
I
shit?
feel like you're
I feel like it might be like a
that's-
Mrs. Doubtfire thing.
No, I think that's a Mrs. Doubtfire thing on like Family Guy doing a parody.
Oh yeah, you're right. Hey,
third-hand
I'm
impression.
Robert Williams. Hey, there's a tree. Hey, tree. We're all you know what I mean? Like it's always like improv line, word, sort of.
According to one DJ Kento, he says in the original Jumanji novel, the other half of the board is Zathura.
Ah,
Was that
Maybe
the
there was
novel made for the
The novelization
the
of
novelization
Jumanji
of the movie? I don't remember there being a novel.
There is a novel.
DJ Kanto, you're full of shit.
you're bull of
He's,
it.
DJ Kanto is high as fuck right now at his desk, and it's not even his desk. It's just someone else's desk. You know what I
Where did
mean?
he wake up?
It's like, where am I? Looks outside, sees a Union Jack, and he's like, am I in London? What the fuck's happening right now?
I was gonna say.
He's a Union Jack.
Yeah.
I've been watching the Jeff Goldblum show.
How is
on,
that?
on Disney Plus? I like it a lot because I enjoy everything he does. I legitimately.
Is it a good show, though?
No.
Because
I
Joey
think it's
said
good.
the
I watched-
exact same thing, and I said, that's not, you didn't tell
I
me if you liked
watched
it or not.
one episode and I was like, oh, this is fun. And then I tried to watch the second one and I was like, this really isn't doing it for me.
I saw the tattoo one. I enjoyed that one a lot.
I watched 2.5 and I was like, this isn't for me.
I'll tell you what keeps me
This
going,
isn't-
though. I'll tell you what keeps me going. And you'll appreciate this.
I'm
The
gonna
motion graphics in the show
They are
are
excellent. They
fucking
are-
phenomenal.
That's
man.
not
This
enough.
is like some of the best motion graphic work I've ever seen, dude.
Here's what I'm gonna say really quick because I said that to Tim, and he was like, I
Kind
don't
of
know.
slurring a little bit. Did you
Yeah,
have
a
that
little bit.
already?
I'm tired.
Okay.
Yeah.
I said this to Tim, and he was like, "No, I totally disagree." Where I was like, a lot of the jokes that Jeff Goldblum makes, Nick makes, and
Yeah,
I feel
because he
like
steals my jokes.
Nick has ruined Jeff Goldblum. For
Really?
me.
No, I
like
see-
when he says "cougar weird" or Nike
feel like
weird,
there's
or like
Puma.
when
When he says the
when
Puma.
someone's like, "Hey, run on this scale." And then he does the joke run, and it's like, that's not what he fucking means. Like, this isn't fucking funny. Run on the scale, you prick.
Well, I disagree. Like it's a different sort of humor for me. It's a humor that is so weird and kind of kooky that I love it. Like and everything he does, I'm laughing because of just how silly he is. He's a silly man.
Well, I mean, that is the
But just-
he transcends the being an actor. He's Jeff Goldblum now, and you don't get to that position in life without having that like raw charisma.
Yeah.
Like I don't care if he's in. I don't give a shit what movie he's in. I'm gonna watch it because it's Jeff Goldblum, and that's special. I hope to get to that area one day because it means I don't have to ever learn my lines, and that's important. Can I ask you guys this question?
What's up?
Actually, it's less of a question, more of a statement, and I want to be corrected or agreed with.
Okay.
Now,
Okay.
which I would rather be agreed with, but
I want to be
is
corrected, or-
Disney
It's a leading
Plus
question.
You're really leading the question.
is Disney Plus an utter failure
God,
No.
No.
Not even a little bit.
from a content perspective?
Point taken.
What's the best show on
An
that platform? right
utter failure.
now?
That's
What's the
a-
best show you've watched on Disney Plus?
The best show.
The Imagineering.
Is there a
story.
show you actually like on Disney Plus?
High School
The
Musical, the musical, the
Imagineering
series.
story?
I really like. I like Encore too.
Okay.
I've never seen Imagineering Story, Kev.
Imagineering
It's-
Story is good.
If you like the behind the scenes like
I love
mechanical
stuff like that.
stuff,
You watch
it's-
Defunctland?
Dude, it's like Defunctland is a great channel. But
YouTube.
the
It's shorter.
engineering,
But that's not on Disney Plus. That's on YouTube.
But it's the Disney version of Defunctland.
yeah. Although Defunctland has a bunch.
Also
of,
does
yeah,
Disney,
It doesn't matter,
but-
but it doesn't matter. The engineering, what is it?
Imagineering?
The Imagineering story or whatever the fuck it's called, is they use so much old footage and actual stuff of Disneyland being built or the other theme parks being built. It's and like they set up each episode in a way that it's like a really fun roller coaster.
It's
of
weird
like,
for me
Oh
'cause
shit!
if it were just on, I would watch it. But again, this whole like, I have to select it and I have to sit down and watch it. But again, I mentioned this, I believe, last week. When I'm back home at my parents' house and they have cable, I'm watching anything and everything because it's just
So what you
on.
want, basically what you want is you want Disney Plus,
But
when you go to
autoplay.
it just autoplays something and you have to watch that thing.
Yeah,
But
like,
also,
that's
don't
called
you
cable.
hate when it auto plays on Netflix?
hate it, Joey. It's the
Okay.
worst.
Well, the autoplay on Netflix.
No, but they're showing trailers though. They're auto-playing trailers, and it's
Still.
always the same goddamn trailer with the
And
same.
it's so loud.
And I remember back in the day, before I think Netflix got, I guess it's maybe less noticeable now because of the. I feel like they have permission to use clips from the show now and trailers and stuff. But back in the day, there were about 4 different shows that used
The generic
same royalty-free, unlicensed songs. And like Parks and Rec at one point had like this.
But
and,
they
and
were
you'd hover over it and it
yeah.
would play. I was like, "Fuck, I hate this song." And there was like 3 other shows that were as whimsical and silly and cute that had the same song. It was the worst.
I think that the Netflix autoplay trailer is the dumbest
Hate
decision they've ever made. And
but there's got to be numbers that back it
Oh,
up.
I guarantee it's hilariously
It works
smart.
For me so often.
Case in point. But I fucking hate it
Yeah.
because you feel like there's a gun to your head.
well, and it doesn't give you enough time to
5
read the
seconds to look at it. Yeah,
description.
exactly. And you're like, I don't want the loudness at me.
Mm-hmm.
And what Andy's talking about is correct. Half the shit still on that platform probably doesn't have trailers, so you're just seeing generic ass music with generic ass
And it's
footage
just
of the thing.
weird scenes from the
Yeah.
movie. And you're like, I don't know what this means.
Dude, there are some things in the deep archives of Netflix that you will be shocked are on there. When I was dating my ex-girlfriend, it was one night where we just kept scrolling, and it was scrolling to the point where we got to some really terrible
Thank
3D animation, like movies or cartoons, and some of them were biblical. I believe some of them were also like foreign animation shows. And I don't know if they were dubbed or subbed or whatever, but the animation, I'm not joking, is like before Toy Story 1 era.
Great.
3D animation.
Yeah, they just bought
where it's like
everything.
1993, 1994 3D. And it is fucking god awful. And you'll be surprised that it's even on Netflix. I urge you to just go home
Just
and
type in animation and see what you can find.
and just
How
keep
far you
scrolling.
can scroll,
Because the
yeah.
first few pages are going to be tons of DreamWorks stuff, obviously. You still have some remnants of Pixar. You'll have some of their own original offerings. But man, if you keep scrolling towards the very, very back pages, and you're getting to some really weird stuff. And it's really interesting because there's stuff you didn't even know existed.
Dude, I went down to visit my brother and my sister-in-law. Just stayed in their house for a couple days, and we were trying to find something to watch. And we went through, like, I shit you not, it's got to be like 10 different categories on all the platforms. And I realized I was like, oh, and we were like eating frozen yogurt as we were doing it. And I'm like, this is just what we're doing tonight. We're not going to watch any of these movies. We're just going to see what's on, and then I'm going to go to bed, and that's my life.
Yeah.
And it drives my wife fucking nuts.
It was just us
yeah.
judging these titles. Like, we'd look at the preview and be like, this looks fucking terrible.
That's a great idea for a show, though. We should have to we force each other to watch
The back
really
pages?
shitty back pages of.
Or like you
Of
roll
Netflix.
you somehow roll a dice or something like a D&D dice, and it tells you how many pages you have to go back.
Yeah.
And then you land on that thing, and then you watch it,
Thank you,
review
cool
it.
Greg.
Cool G, man.
Oh my god! You guys watched? Are you into The Crown and all?
No, I don't like British period pieces.
My mom is into it.
My mom was talking about it last night.
I was
too.
there for Thanksgiving, and she it's all she was doing.
Dude, it is so beautifully made. And this is what I'm saying. Like, is Disney Plus an utter failure? I think we agree. Yes. Was that what it was?
What a bold
hold
statement.
on. I don't necessarily disagree with you.
That's my guy.
Because
That's my guy.
I think
Folding under
Mandalorian
pressure.
has been a huge disappointment for me so far, based on the last 2 episodes and where we think it's going. When I look at Mandalorian, I'm like, I enjoy 50% of that show, and that's not a
That's
success.
not good. Yeah.
And High School Musical, the show, the game, the video game, the 3DS title. I don't like. It's not
Birth by
for me,
Sleep.
right?
Might be for me though.
And then
Might be changing my tune real too sweet when I
you're-
watch that tonight.
When you're talking about original content, I think it hasn't been incredible.
All kidding aside, obviously Disney Plus is not it's not a failure. It's probably making a shit ton of money, and they've
Oh,
got
no,
a lot of
it's making a lot of
amazing
money.
movies on that platform, not the least of which are all the Marvel movies and Star Wars movies. I'm saying from an original standpoint, though, I do still think I don't think they came out of the gate as strongly as they should have, and I'm pinpointing Mandalorian as their sort of benchmark show, and it's not very good. I feel like I'm getting my friends back. Because there were so many people that I knew that I saw on Twitter for the first 3 episodes were like, "This show's great," and I've been saying since episode 2, I'm like, I don't think this is very good. And then finally, people are starting to turn the corner where they're like, "Oh, I'm starting to think this show's not very good at all." I'm like, "That's what I've been saying." I'm vindicated. Vindicated.
I am selfish. I am wrong. I am right. I swear I'm right. I don't know if that's the lyrics.
I don't know.
Nick,
the
I will
song.
give you $20 and you can tell me who that is.
Evanescence.
No. He already got his guess.
Dashboard Confessionals.
Got
You already
it.
got
He
his
got
guess.
it.
No, that's
$1 million.
not how it works.
He got it.
No, it's just it'll be interesting to see where Disney goes with it. Obviously, they're going to be around for a while, and they have to ramp up original production. But like watching The Crown and watching Watchmen, these
Yeah.
2 shows are just the epitome of. I mean, they're different shows. They're different types of show. One is a British period piece that sort of just kind of skips around time and shows you these little tiny vignettes of what it was like in the royals' lives. And the other one is this deep, philosophically cerebral, beautifully done, like turning superheroes on their side kind of a drama with a crazy action set pieces. Different shows, but those are to me like, those get my money. If HBO keeps putting out shit like that, I'm like, I cannot not have this platform. And same with Netflix, where I'm like, dude, the Crown is so fucking good that I have to have this. I'm just not seeing that on Disney Plus yet.
I don't know that it's fair to compare them because they've been like they're
oh
different
no,
points.
totally, yeah.
Of course,
But we have to do this for content, Joe.
of course,
We have
Because
to
if
have
I
a
put-
headline.
because if the headline is Disney Plus is an utter failure,
The most clickbait ass title we could possibly
where I'm going
have.
with this
You gotta
show?
do it, man. We're doing sports radio right now.
Come
We're
on,
saying
bro.
like it's
Ask you again. Is Disney Plus a failure?
Let's go around the table, Kevin.
nutmeg.
Eggnog.
Kevin, is Disney Plus an utter failure?
No.
Why?
What? Because I understand what you guys are saying about original content. But the fact is, I've used it way more to watch watch old shit.
Kevin, you watching
And
My
I'm
Hero
not-
Academia?
What are you watching? The Dog and the Hound? The Fox and the Hound?
Those 2 dogs.
2 dogs with a spaghetti noodle?
The dog and the pound. They
last-
caught him.
Last weekend we watched Saving Mr. Banks, which we had never seen before.
never seen
and
that
then shortly after, like the next night, I think we watched Mary Poppins. And it's like,
Oh, I was thinking Agent Cody Banks.
Same
With
movie,
Muniz.
actually.
With
Yeah.
Maggie Muniz.
Weird reboot. They decided to set it in the 40s, and it was not about Cody. It was about his great uncle.
I wish there was an option though. Like again, I keep going back to the whole TV thing or whatever. But I wish there was an option to just hit random on Disney Plus, and it just play a random episode of.
Even Stevens.
If you could do random DComs or random Disney Channel original shows, or randomized Marvel movies or Pixar movies, I feel like I'd be a lot. It would get a lot more of my time because it would just pop up and bam, there's Wall-E, and I'm like, all right, I'm watching Wall-E.
It's
now.
not getting any of my
God,
time.
Wall-E's so good, dude.
Wall-E is a
Holy
great movie.
shit.
we
What a
watched
great movie.
Wall-E last week.
It's so fucking good, man.
You want to talk about a fucking deep cutting commentary on what it means to be alive in this day and age?
Yeah.
Watch Wall-E. We were like, damn, the people that made this movie do not think highly of where our future is going as far as consumers.
Wall-E just reminds me of like the first girlfriend I had in Austin when I moved there, and she had a cat, and it was a giant Maine Coon, and I was allergic as fuck,
You
dude.
kill it?
It was a night. Yeah, I killed it, strangled it.
You put it in the freezer.
Yeah,
How the cat got stuck
I
in the
tossed it in the
freezer?
Yeti cooler.
That's fine. I just threw it down the stairs.
It was I swear to God, this is a goddamn saber-toothed tiger. Like, it was a giant fucking feline, Joey. I'm telling, like, it's as big as Kevin's sexy younger brother. Huge.
Wow.
Spencer's
Huge.
not small.
Yeah, that's
He's
what I'm saying.
he's at least a
Taller
buck,
than Kevin.
buck 30, buck
Taller
40.
than me too.
Also, at one point, Gia tried to convince us that she was the size of a medium-sized dog, which I don't think is true.
That's not true at all.
Now, to be fair,
We Googled it, and it's like 45 to 60 pounds. And we were like, Gia. She was like, I don't know.
Gia, you're a massive dog.
I haven't
like,
weighed myself. What?
yeah.
We've decided she's the size of a large dog.
Did you see
Which
this?
hurts her feelings.
that's a very large dog.
Did you see all
a
this?
Saint
I mean, that's not a
Bernard
knock
or like
against
a-
Gia. I'm just saying,
No,
like,
but I think
I had a
large-
lab that was a big lab, and it was only 70 pounds. And I'm not guessing Gia's weight because I know that's like uncouth to do. but I'm pretty sure she's above 70 pounds.
Well,
If
70
not, we
pounds
gotta-
is like a child.
That's a
normally.
child,
Yeah.
yeah.
I remember I
I'm
was
weighing in
I
at a
was-
stiff 180 right now. Let's put it that way.
Well, on the internet,
Why do you
there's
have
been
to
this.
say it that way?
On the internet, there's
Why?
been this whole thing going
Firm.
around about how Olaf from Frozen is 5'4".
Oh yeah, I did. See
Like Disney came out officially somehow and said Olaf is 5'4".
That's the
But then-
snowman?
the snowman. But then they show like all these comparison images where he's standing right next to Elsa and Anna, and they are twice his size. So then they started making a height graph that Elsa and Anna are like 11'3", and it's been great.
How tall is the dude with the moose then? Is he like 9 feet tall?
There's been so much great content coming out of it, like different memes of like, yeah, here's a height graph. Here's a. There's
funny.
been a lot of like stuff on the internet also coming out about how, is Adam Driver hot or is he just charismatic and super tall? Because
I feel like that's the Bill
B.
Hader thing too. Like is
Bill Hader is B. Charismatic and super tall.
But
He's
there's a
not
lot of people
good-looking
that
man.
think that Bill Hader's hot.
Well, I mean, he could be attractive based on his talent and his ability to like make you laugh, and I mean, he's amazing in Barry. But I wouldn't look at him and then put him next to Brad Pitt and fucking Once Upon a
So do you think
Time
they're
in
in the
Hollywood
same
with Brad
category?
Pitt. When Brad Pitt takes his shirt off, and you go, holy shit, I see Jesus. I see what everything. I see heaven. I see it all. And that
Angels are
man's a
singing.
55-year-old man with a fucking abs like a 20-year-old.
this woman tweeted.
He's hot.
This woman tweeted out. I think a lot of men are insecure about our love for Adam Driver because they're saying that he's not this hot man, but he has this awesome personality. He's got blah blah blah, and a lot of the replies are like, yeah, he has a very tall personality.
He's
Like,
tall.
but it's. I think. So going back to that, on this graph, there's Elsa and Anna 11'2", and Adam Driver's like 6'3", and it just looks really funny on the graph.
I used to joke around a lot about that, and people were like, "Oh, you just have a complex because you're short." I was like, "It's not because I'm short. It's because women legitimately prefer tall guys." And every once in a while, someone will be like, "That's just not true," and I'm like, "There's one of my friends. I don't want to blow up his joke, but he has a great bit about that because he's like 6'3". And he has a joke where he starts off about that, and everyone in the audience is always like, no. And he goes, okay, who here legitimately prefers dating someone shorter than you? And he puts the mic out, and I've seen him do that joke 30 times. No one ever says yes. It's because it's true. Why would you want someone shorter than you? If you're a woman, you want a guy that's taller than you. So and that's science. That's how you prove a point. And based on that, 30 people in a room times 10,
Sample size,
all
man.
the world is that.
I have an idea.
Yes,
That's
Andy.
10.
Okay, I have an idea.
Yeah, Andy from the press pit.
We take Nicholas Scarpino pre-marriage, pre-D,
Yeah.
pre-D.
Yeah.
Bring you back into this day and age, right? Into this current.
You bring me up this way. Up
yeah,
here.
like you're not aging up. You're just you're younger.
You're
Nick
taking
Scarpino.
time
Nick
scale.
Scarpino and you're pushing him 10 years into the future, but I'm still 20.
Yeah.
I'm still 30.
We're bringing you over here. you and
That was sad. That was sad.
you and I
29. I'd be 29. I'm not 40 yet.
You and I going on Tinder dates, but I'm
Question.
standing on your shoulders.
We're like
Or
that.
you're
We're like
standing on
that
my
character
shoulders.
from BoJack Horseman.
Yes.
That's great.
And we're showing up. We're showing up in a giant trench coat, and we're 9'9". Who cares?
Can I go you one further?
Okay.
We wear a LeBron James jersey. We don't tell people LeBron James. We just let them make their own conclusion.
It's a really long.
You see what I'm saying?
Like
Real-
LeBron's 6'6". He's not 11'4".
Who is
He's the size of Elsa.
We wouldn't be. If I was on your shoulders, half of me's gone anyway.
Oh, I was thinking you standing.
Oh, I can't. I don't have that kind of upper, like
He
lower
doesn't
leg
have
we
strength.
could work
that
on it?
He doesn't have that balance.
No.
work on it.
Okay, well, first off, you weigh less than me, so you should be on my shoulders. But you'll be on my shoulders. Together, we'll be. What do you think his torso is, Kevin?
But you
3
guys
feet.
gotta pick one face.
We'll be a solid 8 feet tall. So I feel like a LeBron James jersey. And again, we're not saying we're LeBron James, but we're also not saying that we're LeBron James.
Okay.
Do you see what I'm saying?
Are you
headband?
Maybe we're a headband. Maybe we don't. Maybe we bring a basketball that says what team does he play for? Utah Jazz.
Yeah, he's on the Lakers.
He plays for the Lakers. Maybe a Lakers signed basketball and we give it to everyone we date. And they go, "Are
Here's
you
a gift for you."
LeBron? Are you LeBron?" And we go, "I'm not saying. I can
Who
neither
knows?
Just a
confirm nor
really
deny."
big fan.
You just pay the check and your card says a different
It
name.
says Andy Cortez,
That's my
and the other
agent.
car says Nick Scarpino. Did you rob 2 people before you came to this?
I think it could work, dude.
I think that I am glad I don't have to date in this day and age. That's what I'm glad about
Yeah, you should be.
because it looks horrible.
It's way too much work.
It's not that it even like is horrible. It's just that like I haven't even tried it. You know what I mean?
It's
I
just-
can't tell you
But
it's
you're
horrible.
on the Tinders
I-
and the stuff.
Exactly,
Yeah,
but
he's
I haven't
also-
tried anything because I'd prefer just
You think
being
it's
at
just
home
like a
and
passive,
streaming. Yeah.
a passive
You, but
activity?
you
Yeah.
were dating, before.
He has dated.
Oh, but I was in a relationship
In
though.
yeah, but like before that, I assume there was a little bit of dating that you did, right?
No. When I moved, no. When I moved to San Francisco,
Yeah, no.
No.
No dating at all.
no, man. When I moved to San Francisco, it was just like I met Robin. That's it. That was it.
You met Robin like the first week.
Yeah, because we
Because we went to
It
that
was
Ubisoft
fast.
thing, and she just looked at you, and you looked at her, and it was just like, okay, cool.
Locked
Yeah,
that
eyes
was
from
it.
across the room.
And I was like, how did they do that? Because it took me so long, so many bad dates to find my wife.
And she's
I
still
don't
trying
ever-
to get away.
Oh God, I know. I'm writing a joke right now. Again, I'm terrible at stand-up. We all know this, but I'm writing a joke right now that my wife has this great plan for retirement that doesn't involve me.
Funny.
Like it just doesn't. And this is
Oh my
every
God.
time we watch Golden Girls, she's just like, "That's what I want, that right there."
In a moo
And I'm like,
living with
"There's
her
no
friend.
guys there." She's like, "Now
That's
you're starting
what
to
I
get
want.
it."
Are
Light
you-
bulb moment.
Are you about to read the ad?
I am
I'm gonna go turn off the heater. You know why? Because I think I'll have the heater on all night, Kevin. Is that bad?
here.
Yeah.
We would have heard it. You can go while you're
feel
doing
like
that,
we prob-
ladies and
they-
gentlemen.
well, they were here like
It's
6
got
a.m.
It's got a thermostat.
I left
It's
like
fine.
at 4:30.
Well, hey, how about this? If you're doing that, can you fill this bad boy
Okay.
up with some ice?
Well, also,
and,
But we also don't
we
read
the-
ads.
we don't read the ads live.
Remember, you just do the
oh,
thing.
that's
Go ahead and read
right.
anyway.
That's
No.
right.
I was
Because
just,
then-
like I already wrote down ad. We're
You're
good.
right, Kevin. Can I do the thing though where we fake people out?
Yeah.
Like I read it, and then Joe disappears, and then Joe reappears.
Go ahead.
Ready? And Joe is gonna disappear now. And she's gone, but you're still here, ladies and gentlemen, and that's good because I want to tell you about our illustrious sponsor, the first of which is Quip. Quip, makers of the Quip electric toothbrush, wants you to know the one single discovery that matters most for your dental care. It is simply this, that if you have good habits, you're good. Whew! It's good because I have good habits. But it's because of Quip, because I've read this ad a lot, and they've taught me a lot about myself, not the least of which is I didn't used to brush my teeth nearly long enough. But thankfully, Quip has me covered. You know why? Because they sell an amazing thing. It means brushing your teeth for 2 minutes twice a day and flossing regularly, no matter what brand you use. Quip makes that simple, starting with an electric toothbrush, refillable floss, and anti-cavity toothpaste. I almost said activity toothpaste, and I was like, all of this sounds great. Anti-cavity makes more sense, though. Quip's electric toothbrush has sensitive sonic vibrations with a built-in timer and 30-second pulses to guide a full and even clean. Man, I'll tell you, this was revolutionary for me. I think I've been walking around with a dirty mouth for a real long time, and not figuratively, literally, dirt in my mouth. No longer, thanks to Quip. The Quip floss dispenser comes with a pre-marked string to help you use just enough. Plus, Quip delivers fresh brush heads, floss, and toothpaste refills to your door every 3 months with free shipping, so your routine is always right. Join over 3 million healthy mouths, including Tim and Gia. They both love their Quips, and myself. And get Quip today, starting at $25. And if you go to getquip.com/KF right now, you'll get your first refill for free. That's your first refill free at getquip.com/KF. That's GETQUIP.com/KF. Quip, the good habits company. Whew, that's a strong tagline right there, my friend. Next up, we have Upstart. Listen, as most of us have found out the hard way, getting into debt is easy. Getting out is hard, especially if your credit score isn't great. Thankfully, now there's Upstart.com, the revolutionary lending platform that knows you're more than just your credit score. It offers smarter interest rates to help you pay off high-interest credit card debt. You know who could use that, Kevin? That's right, Greg Miller. He took out a loan when he first got here because he was a little dumb, and the interest rate was astronomical. It was astronomical, and he could have used a service like this. It's fun to be mean. I'm proving a point, is that you don't have to think like Greg anymore. You got Upstart right now. Upstart goes beyond the traditional credit score when assessing your credit worthiness. They actually reward you based on your education and job history in the form of a smarter interest rate. Upstart believes you're more than just your credit score. They believe in you, and they understand that. They make it fast, simple, and easy to check your rate in just a few minutes. The best part? Once the loan is approved and accepted, most people get their funds the very next business day. The next day, over 300,000 people have used Upstart to pay off credit cards and meet their financial goals. Free yourself from the burden of high-interest credit card debt by consolidating everything into one monthly payment with Upstart. See why Upstart is ranked #1 in their category with over 300 businesses on Trustpilot, and hurry to upstart.com/kindafunny to find out how low your Upstart rate is. Checking your rate only takes a few minutes and won't affect your credit. That's upstart.com/kindafunny. Lastly, ladies and gentlemen, we are brought to you by Trojan brand condoms. That's right, STDs are at an all-time high in the U.S., with half of all new STDs occurring in young people ages 15 to 24. Yet, condom use is on the decline. What is happening, ladies and gentlemen? Only 1 in every 3 sex acts involves a condom amongst singles. This gives me anxiety. 62% of couples stop using condoms regularly after 2-month mark in a sexual relationship, and 78% stop using condoms after the 6-month mark. This is bonkers to me, ladies and gentlemen. These bad boys are your first line of defense. Despite common fears of judgment and embarrassment, only 2% of people actually pass judgment when they see a guy buying condoms. This doesn't happen anymore. The rest think he's being smart, responsible, or think nothing at all, aka it's just none of their business. When buying condoms, shoppers only spend an average of 7 seconds at the shelf, partially a function of embarrassment, fear, or judgment. Here you go, ladies and gentlemen. Trojan's got you covered. If you're going to go out there and you're going to protect yourself, first off, you're doing the right thing. Second off, I've been a Trojan man for a long time. You should be too. Trojan brand condoms help protect against both unintended pregnancy and STDs. Trojan has the reliability of a brand that has done this for over 100 years. And I've been alive for almost all 100 of those. So I can tell you, I stand by this brand. In a modern and evolving world of sex, one filled with swipe rights, dating apps, and emojis, Trojan is here to be your guide as the most trusted brand in sex. Trojan's brand purpose is centered around enabling confident sex exploration for all sex-having people. That sounds exciting. Nothing bad. Trojan has over 300 different varieties of condoms to choose from thin, ribbed, lubricated, non-lubricated, latex, non-latex. Well, you get the idea. They got a lot of good brands. Tell you what, I've said it before. I'll say it again. This is my preferred brand of condom. I stand by it. Or rather, they stand by me. I'll tell you that right now. Pick up. Here we go. Pick up Trojan condoms wherever you get your condoms. Now, let's see if Joey reappears. And she's back now. There it is.
So crazy.
Okay.
What? Those will be the ads.
Okay, I got it.
Do I have to say the ad people beforehand, or can I just read the
No,
ad?
you're fine. Don't read the ads now.
You just heard an ad about Quip, Upstart, and Trojan brand condoms.
You don't have to say that part now.
Because they already just heard it.
We're all added up.
Why are you saying it?
We're added up. Hey, Andy, what's up? No, Ice.
He already has one up here.
You can bring that other one too. I don't know. I look at it. I look at the landscape sometimes, and I see people interacting with each other, and I'm like, I'm glad. I don't need this.
Oh no,
I
it's
don't
way
need
too
this.
much work.
It's chaos.
It is.
But it's fun.
Cats living with dogs.
Cats and dogs living together.
There we go.
Good Ghostbusters callback.
Like,
So
I
earlier
remember
today, if
exactly
you
what
came
it
in
is.
here halfway through, why? You're a fucking psychopath. What a weird thing to do, ladies
Just
and
live
gentlemen.
your life, you know?
If you didn't know, this is the Kind of Funny podcast.
You can't end it.
No. I'm doing the thing. I forgot to do the thing.
Oh, shit, the intro.
Yeah.
Do it.
You want to do it?
Yeah.
Where 4, sometimes 3 best friends gather on this table, each bringing topics to discuss for your amusement. Today we talked about a lot of good ones. Will the headline of this be Dating's Tough, or is Disney Plus an utter failure?
That one's way better.
It's really
That's way
good.
click.
People
way
are going to
more
fucking
clickable.
hate. Oh, Nick doesn't know what he's talking about. He doesn't understand how much I love Fox and the Hound. Did you watch the remake of the fucking one where they suck spaghetti into each other's mouths?
I heard that sucked.
It wasn't that bad.
What is it called? Lady and the Tramp?
Yeah.
Did you guys watch the remake of it?
I did.
And you just said it wasn't that bad. That's Disney Plus in a nutshell.
But I don't
Wasn't that
love.
bad?
I like Lady and the Tramp. I don't love Lady and the Tramp.
I also feel like all the remakes have kind of been none of the Disney remakes have been amazing, right?
I'll agree.
Yeah.
Lion
I'll
King,
agree
I
with
think, is
that.
the best out of the bunch.
And I didn't even
that's
see
'cause
that.
it's a carbon copy.
I didn't like Lion King. I like Jungle Book.
I didn't.
But
really
when
like
they started
any of them.
singing, it was really weird. Because I'm like, why? Why would you put music in this? It doesn't need music.
In the Jungle Book,
Yeah, it's very weird.
like the original one had all the music.
The original one had all the music, but the remake had 2 songs, and it was fucking weird. It just comes out of nowhere because they didn't sing for like an hour into that movie, and then it gets to the King Louis part, and then it's Christopher Walken. He's like, "Now I'm the king of the chimpanzees." And you're like, "What?"
Orangutans.
Is he singing
I
orangutan?
can't-
Is that what he says?
I could see why that's weird.
It was
Then he sings about being
Oz.
an orangutan giantipithecus or some shit like that, and it's just.
The
like,
"I Want to Be
alright.
Like You" song.
yeah. I liked it better in the cartoon one because he plays the trumpet with his hand.
Dude,
Ba-ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-bum-bum. That's actually one of the first things I learned on trumpet.
really?
Because I loved that so much. I just wanted to learn how to play that.
What else? we just got you sheet music, do you think you could learn like kind of anything?
If
Relatively
you put sheet
easy.
music in front of me for a trumpet,
Uh-huh.
yeah, I'd be able to read it easily. Talented. Do you want to test me? I'll bring the trumpet in,
Okay.
and you print out just. I mean, it's got to be like it can't be orchestral level like the symphony in the San Francisco. would
No,
play
no.
it.
I want like fun things.
Yeah, if you put fun things in front of me and didn't tell me what it was, I'd see if I can play it. Yeah, probably knock it out
Okay.
of the park easily. Now I'm getting nervous. I don't like this idea.
I love how
Competition.
you getting nervous is so obvious by how much you say that you'll knock it out of the park.
Yeah. It's just false confidence.
Like, you turn into like Donald Trump eventually. I'm like, I got it.
I'll say this. I'm the greatest trumpet player ever to live.
Everybody says so.
My crowd outside from when I play trumpet is much bigger than Obama's crowd was when he plays trumpet.
He's never played trumpet.
Oh my God, are they gonna impeach him? Is that weird?
Let's do it.
No,
Let's get him
the fuck
out.
knows? Let's not talk
get
about
that
politics.
fucker. Nah, let's talk about it. Get him out of here.
Nah.
Get a piece of trash.
My God, what do you guys? What's your plan for the holidays?
Gonna go home.
Going back home.
Gonna
I
watch
want to go
some
home
Star
with you
Wars.
so bad.
You
Joe.
could. We're gonna build some gingerbread houses.
Can I just
with
come
some
up
of my
to?
neighbors?
Can I come up to the Takagami house for a couple of days before Christmas before I
Sure.
leave?
Yeah.
It'd be so fun.
We have Star Wars tickets for Sunday. Gonna go
sounds fun.
see it. We're gonna build gingerbread houses with my mom's old boss's kids because they like to come over and do fun things. Apparently now it's a tradition, so I
Do
have to do
you
it.
store buy the gingerbread houses or
Oh,
do
yeah.
you make them?
No.
Because I had this crisis of conscience today where Andy and I are building gingerbread houses, and I was like, we should be like men and like bake our own gingerbread house.
It's way harder than it looks.
Yeah, I know. I saw them do it on the Great British Bake Off. It doesn't look fun.
And they have to like measure things and you have to
Stupid.
cut and it's
dumb.
the royal icing is always a pain in the ass. to
Kevin,
do.
like as a part of race culture, Kevin, when we were racing down the streets,
Yeah.
like I don't want to build my car. Right? I'm just here to
I
race
get
it.
it,
You know what I
dude.
mean?
Yeah,
I don't want
it's
to
a-
I don't want to build the cake.
That's
I
the
want
mechanic's
to
job.
just build it. I don't want to bake the cake.
It's a pit crew's job.
Exactly.
It's to bake the cake.
Exactly.
You're fucking.
I'm a performer.
you don't want
yeah.
to manufacture anything.
I'm a performer, Joey. You know?
You really are. I was thinking about that the other day. I was like, you really have all the traits of a
Thanks.
just a good,
Super talented.
decent performer.
What would those traits be?
Charismatic.
Mm-hmm.
Shows up a little late sometimes, which
Yeah.
is just cool. It's a cool thing to do.
It's cool.
Sometimes when I text him, he's still sleeping, even though it's 4:00 in the afternoon.
Hey man, I went to bed real late.
It's fair. Again, but that's the performer's lifestyle.
Yeah, man.
Mm-hmm.
You know, if I was a real stand-up comic, I'd have to actually be out past 10, but I refuse to. I refuse to do it. God damn it. I'm getting smoked by people. It's sad, like, to watch people that I started with, because I'm just not dedicating that much time to it anymore. I want to, I just don't have the energy. But to watch people that I started with and I was like, this guy sucks. And now they're like going up every month or so at Punch because they're good.
You're
I'm
so
like,
jealous.
Fuck, I'm so jealous.
You got left behind.
I got
dude.
left behind. You guys, will you hate me if I quit comedy? Because I'll
No.
never quit. I'm not a quitter.
Okay.
That's why I'm awesome at trumpet and awesome at comedy.
Okay.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Should we take a question?
Oh, yeah, let's do the questions. Remember, if you guys want to support us, go over to patreon.com/kindoffunny and back us at the, I guess, what is this? The $5 tier that gets you the questions?
C.
C, senor. Just like Cody Peters from Chicago. He wrote
I
in and
met
said,
him.
what's that?
I met him
He's
in
got-
Fargo.
he has a
North
lot of
Dakota.
great questions. We may or may not have used 2 of his questions here. What's a couple of inventions or discoveries that you hope to be a reality before you die? What would you like to see be invented or discovered?
Fucking flying cars.
Before
man.
you
Let's get
die.
there.
Dude, that would be so cool.
I want deep space travel.
like
And-
commercialized?
I mean, commercialized just space travel would be really cool, but I definitely want astronauts to be going deep into the solar system.
I said that ass.
Going deep into that, the ass of the solar system.
The ass of the solar system.
Like I want them going to like Pluto, Kevin. I want them going deep into the
Pluto
galaxy.
planet again yet?
No.
No,
No?
it's
Okay.
never gonna be. A
It
planet
is to
again.
me.
But it's not.
Never
for the
forget.
A lot of it
actual-
is just up to the user's
Have we
interpretation of it.
have we
Did it
actually
get
had
canceled?
any crafts leave the solar system yet?
Yeah, we had Voyager go out.
Did
right?
Voyager leave what's the belt that surrounds us? Oort belt? No.
The
Yeah,
Milky
no, I
Way?
think
Kepler?
Orc belt, Kepler belt,
Something like that.
Those are all right.
I love that, and I'm not no callbacks to anything we watched or talked about earlier, but like colonizing would be cool. I would love to see that before I die. I would like to see us try not terraform because that's not within our capabilities at this point, but like having a small group of people live on Mars would be fucking cool.
Yeah.
That would be really cool.
I want to see. I want to witness that on the news. I want to see that these astronauts are going out, and this time they're going out. I guess the shot that always sticks in my mind. NASA's Voyager 2 probe enters interstellar space.
Fuck, that sounds
You know
so
what I mean?
cool.
That means it's out of our solar system.
And into someone else's solar system.
Well, no.
Get out of my car. Get into someone else's car.
I
Kevin.
don't think that's. I think there's a lot of space in
Kevin, do you know what
between.
it's like? It's like that scene from Fast 6, I think it was, where they pass the girl from one car to the other.
Like the
Oh,
closest star is like 4 years away, like traveling at light speed.
Is
right?
it?
Yeah.
Or is it right here?
It's definitely not
Or is it
right
right
there.
here? I'll include you.
Yeah.
There it is. Okay. I need it.
And the coolest concept to me is the fact that, when we see something happen, it's like it happened 4 years ago, 5 years ago.
The light?
But we're just seeing it now.
Yeah.
That's such a cool we talked about this one time, I believe on a long time ago on a morning show, maybe on an old GOG, but how if people left Earth right now to go space travel, if they were going to Pluto, and then in, let's say, 10 years we sent other people to Pluto, that they would get there faster.
Oh, because we have
better technology and
propulsion.
stuff.
Oh,
like
that's
it's
really
it's just,
cool.
I'd
it's
want
just
to
such
go.
a cool
I'd want to be on the
concept
people
to
that go 30 years from now. Get there before everyone else. Fuck
Yeah.
you.
Like, there's always cool concepts of people that are getting sent 50 years, but when they get there, there's already a colony there because that same,
Yeah.
you know, it's like, whoa.
They're landing there, and there's already like life and
And the colony's
a
all
thriving.
fucked up.
Yeah.
They're
So
trying
cool.
to solve
Kinda
it.
sounds like a scary
Aliens,
movie.
dude. Aliens, you know what I mean?
Colonizing other places. Would you go, Kevin, if they were like, Kevin, we're colonizing Mars. You could actually live there. You're not going to die. Would you go?
Can I come back?
No. It's a
No,
one-way
I'm good.
ticket.
I'm good. I like it.
But you can bring Paula.
No.
She can
What-
draw. She can draw. They need artists on this planet.
Kevin,
She did
what-
a good job. Good benefits.
What if it's an interstellar situation, the movie, where things are low, like we're low on quantities.
Kevin, we don't have food stores anymore.
Exactly. That's what I was looking
They've
for.
closed down the 7-Eleven and Taco
he-
Bell.
he-
Supplies are. It's looking grim, Kevin.
We're low on quantities, Kevin.
He needed to go for like actual like, hey, we need to see if we can find out, information.
Would you
So,
go?
I mean, I
Knowing
don't,
it's a one-way ticket?
I mean,
through a
it
black
was-
hole?
It wasn't a one-way ticket, right?
But he didn't know that.
And I don't think he really had an option, right?
Yeah.
God, I was.
But he
watching
knew.
this.
Okay, so now it's the one, but it's very
He was the best
dangerous.
pilot.
There's a good possibility you might die, but you could save the Earth.
Am I
or
the best person for the
Are
job?
we talking about Armageddon now?
well, no, we're talking Interstellar.
Okay.
Because they had to find another habitable planet
Yeah.
to move the Earth because the Earth was dying. So it's possible you can come back. I'll say it's a 5% possibility you get to come back. Okay. But if you win, if you get this,
if you win,
you get to be the guy that saved, or the guy
You get a
or woman
trophy.
that saved the Earth.
Humanity.
But there's a 95% possibility that you can't come back. Would you do it?
No.
What if you got there and you're like, I discovered a new planet and all the guys look like Brad Pitt.
You don't pick somebody better than Brad Pitt.
All
Sorry.
the guys look like
hold
Jake
on, Joey.
Gyllenhaal.
All of them look like Brad Pitt. Brad Pitt is the lowest in the ugly standard. You know what I mean? I feel like that's still pretty good.
Yeah. I don't know that I would. That's
Oh,
enough.
okay. All of the guys look like Ryan Gosling.
I feel like you're just really
And they all
minimizing
really want to dance for you.
all.
You land and
weird
they just go,
situation.
oh, pa 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 pa. You're like, no, it's all La La Land.
You know, like,
I don't know if that's a dream or a nightmare. It's
I love
really on
La
the
La Land, but I can't
cusp
watch it
there.
over and over again.
So sad.
I would love to see
But, like,
that.
good.
I anytime anyone does anything with space exploration, and I love how all of it's being privatized right now. I'm sure it'll be corrupted eventually, but I fucking love it. It gets me. Elon Musk fucking SpaceX and shit up into the air. I'm like, yes, let's go.
I thought you were gonna say, look, there's a 5% chance that you'll live, but there's also a 95% chance that Elon Musk is gonna call you like a creeper. Because didn't he call that one guy in the caves
The guy that was trying to save
Yeah.
the miners.
Yeah.
He dialed that back though. I think.
Yeah, he
they
did.
sued the shit out of him.
They sued the
right?
shit out- but I thought he
they've
won.
said- no, I believe they've. Oh, you're right. They did win recently in court, where it was like technically what he said couldn't be taken as liable.
Yeah. No.
That was
I just-
an interesting dick measuring contest.
I
It
just
was
want-
so funny where the guy was like, "Yeah, robots are stupid," and he's like, "Well, at least I didn't go to Thailand and fuck kids." It was like, "Oh shit!"
And the guy's like,
Whoa.
"Damn, dude, escalation." We're trying to save people's lives here, not talking about me banging kids. Would you go? 5% chance.
5% chance I can get to come
But you
back.
get to come back.
But 100% chance that it's a success, right?
No.
Sure.
Now you're changing the game.
95% chance you might die.
No, I mean
5%
No.
chance you live and it's a success. But either way, you can't come back.
No, I don't like.
But
those
you're going to
odds.
die on the Earth 20 years from now anyway. And you're going to die by
like 'em,
asphyxiation
see, I like
with
'em.
dust.
So why would you not like just live those 20 years here?
Because it gets progressively worse.
yeah.
So it's bad now. 10 years from now, it's unbearable outside. 20 years from now, you're holding one child you got left in a basement somewhere where the monsters are attacking, and you got, am I going to let my child die, or do I
monsters here now?
or do I shoot this kid in the head? Do
we have to be really quiet, too? Is
It's
this
the end of the fog or the mist, whichever one, where Thomas Jane's like, fuck, I'm sorry, and he just kills his kid.
Dude, this is the mist.
Oh, and then he goes out of the mist.
Oh my god.
And it was all fake, right?
That was so
No, he
fake.
doesn't go out of the mist. He sees something coming toward him, and he kills his kid. And then when it's coming toward him, the people that left earlier, they found help. It's a horrible. It's so fucked up.
And like the
such
mist,
a good
the
ending.
mist recedes, and like it's just a bunch of military people. It's
Yeah.
so.
Have you
fucked
seen?
up.
Oh, it's so good.
It's wow.
What a
I
bad-
guess
it
I
was-
don't need to watch it anymore.
No, you really do.
You should.
That's not telling you enough.
It was one of those. The Mist is one of those rare movies where I'm like, oh, I'll turn this on. It's a stupid. It was on HBO at like 8:00, and I was like, I have nothing else to do. Riveting.
Wow.
Great movie. Great twist at the end, though. Don't let anyone spoil it for you.
You're a fucking piece of shit.
Next question comes from Connor Strong. It says, what is your favorite and least favorite state you visited in the United States? Your home state does not count. What's your favorite and least favorite state?
favorite.
You don't have to say least favorite because I feel
Florida
like that's.
sucks. Fuck you, Florida. Fuck you.
That seems extreme.
I like Florida. I spent like 3 days in
It's
Florida for my buddy's
always
wedding.
Too hot.
It's awesome. It's such a nonstop party.
I'd say Washington is probably up there.
As a
Favorite or
favorite
least
least
favorite?
favorite?
Oh, favorite.
Okay.
I like Washington.
You like that Seattle area?
Yeah, but I think one of my favorite things I did was 4 or 5 years ago, probably 5 years ago by this point, I did a cross-country trip from Boston to Austin, and I got to drive through a lot of the northeastern states. And just seeing the wilderness out there,
Cool, right?
driving
Isn't it beautiful?
on those like mountainsides and seeing these incredible landscapes. It blew my mind as somebody who lived in Texas his whole life and was just used to flat ground everywhere. It blew my mind. So I'd say like Virginia, Pennsylvania, all that kind of was
All the
awesome.
Vanias, all the Oz.
All the Anias, yeah.
Joe, what about you? What's your favorite state?
I really like Tennessee and Louisiana.
Really?
I like the South.
I don't think I've ever
general.
been. Have I been to Tennessee? You would know.
Nashville?
You do. You
I don't think you've
run
been
my
to
life.
Nashville.
Kevin,
No,
you're the
never.
only 10 I see.
Kansas City is what I've been to.
Yeah.
That was fun. That was party town.
Louisiana. It's just like humid as fuck, and that's the only thing I don't love about it.
It is
About-
real
yeah.
tough, real tough.
I'll give a shout out to New York. Love it.
New York's also great.
Love
New York
it.
is the best city I've ever been to. Weather sucks though. It's unfortunate.
Oh, I love it. I love that it has
The
weather.
heat and humidity is so gross.
Yeah, it's also not
Like
super
when
fun.
you go on
It's
the
too cold.
trains and it's like you can smell the like grease as you're.
I know
breathing
what
in.
you mean,
It's
yeah.
like, ooh, this is tough.
The
But like
brake dust.
the coolest city I've ever been to.
I will
by
never
far.
forget when I was in my little small baby band and we recorded an album in Jersey and then we had a weekend off, so we went to just visit Manhattan, and coming out of the subway and our bodies are just drenched in sweat. We were all so fucking wet because it was so hot underground, and this is middle of July. It was the hottest thing I've ever experienced, and mostly because it was so muggy. You know, I'm
Yeah.
used to Texas heat. I'm used to sort of that
Dry
dry,
heat,
shit.
yeah.
Yeah.
But this was like, I'm in a sauna right now. It was kind of miserable. Least favorite state? I don't really know if I have a least
I don't
favorite.
love Nevada.
I've never been to Vegas or Nevada. I don't. Really.
Yeah, I mean, it's not a
There's
knock against Nevada. I'm
There's
sure
just
there are.
nothing really to do except for Vegas, and Vegas really only for 36 hours.
Yeah,
Even that is, like, a
I'll
lot.
I'll agree with you. And again, not
Sorry,
not a
Nevada.
knock against Vegas or Nevada. I don't need to go back ever unless there's a specific really good reason. I've just been to Vegas so many times, and I'm just like, there's nothing there for me.
I want to go once.
I'll go with you.
Cool.
I have a
Be cool.
feeling you'll have an opportunity to go to Vegas.
Again, I'm not knocking it.
Are you hinting something?
But if you said, Nick, you can go to Scottsdale, Arizona, or Vegas, I would pick Scottsdale probably.
I like.
I've never been to
Vegas.
Scottsdale. I've only been
It's
to
the
Phoenix.
Irvine of Arizona.
you know what?
Phoenix was very fun.
Well, the world tour we went to New Mexico. I'll say New Mexico's my least favorite state.
Did we go to
Only-
New
New
Mexico? We went to Scottsdale, Arizona.
You went to
Arizona.
Phoenix.
Yeah.
We went to Phoenix. No.
No, we went to Scottsdale.
Phoenix
Well,
was
I think
fun.
we stayed in Phoenix, and like I think the thing was in Scottsdale,
Oh,
or
okay.
vice versa.
Anyway, I'll say
They're
Arizona.
all right there
I'll say
anyways.
Arizona's my least favorite.
Tempe?
Only because it reminded me a lot of Texas, but it wasn't Texas. So like I wasn't home, but it looked and felt a lot like Austin.
But
when we were downtown in that place, it looked exactly like downtown Austin.
But we spent 4 hours in a Walmart, got snacks, and watched The Office afterward.
And nobody cared that we were recording.
Not only did they not care, but they wanted to be in it. Like, you guys shooting something that can get me out of this hellhole?
Yeah.
I'm in. Can I be in it?
Yeah, it was great. They were walking over. I was like, they're going to tell us to turn off the camera. Yo, what's up, YouTube?
Go follow your boy. Cody, one more question. Cody Peters from Chicago, and then we'll wrap this bad boy up. You have just sacrificed yourself to save a complete stranger. An example is you took a bullet for them, or you pushed them out of the way from getting hit by a bus, but you yourself got hit by the bus.
This doesn't sound like anything any of us would do.
You have 30 seconds to a minute to explain to a stranger what you want to say to your loved ones. What do you tell them?
I would look at them and tell them that I was being framed for murder, because this doesn't sound like anything I would ever do.
Joey's not heroic at all. Andy, what
Not
would
for
you?
a stranger. If it was somebody I knew.
So I'm Joe Blow walking and I'm looking down my stupid phone because everyone's so fucking glued to their phones. They don't ever go when the light's green. And they always
go, hey!
Yeah,
Like,
exactly.
Or
And
try
I'm
and,
about
like,
to get hit
pull
by a
them.
bus, and you go to pull them, and as you pull them, you don't know your strength. You pull them too far, and the counter pull pulls you in front of the bus. You get hit. You think you're gonna die. What do you say? Hey, Matt, come here. I need to tell you what to tell my strangers, or what to tell my loved ones. What do you say? Tell my mom what?
This is really dark. I would say, I don't know, man. So, I hope they cancel the student loans. Hope you don't have to pay
Yes.
those anymore. 'Cause that would be like, kind of, pouring some salt in that wound.
Mm-hmm.
Like, man, your son's gone, and now you also have to pay all these student
Yeah,
loans.
you could sell out. You could sell my car. It'll be worth quite a bit. Got great gas mileage on it. It's a good.
It's a Honda.
It's very
Good resale.
It's AC doesn't work, but you can get that fixed pretty easily.
That's unfortunate.
Yeah, my
your
AC
AC went out
doesn't
too.
work.
think
My-
it's just out?
My AC doesn't cool.
It might just be out.
You might have to Freon. You just get
Yeah,
recharged. $40.
$40.
There's a Honda place near Greg's place, and I've been wanting to take my car.
A Honda
there.
Service Center.
Yeah.
You can do it. It's
Is that-
gonna be more expensive,
Go to
but I take
Topside.
mine to there
Go to
sometimes.
Topside. Those
There's
look
a
pretty-
garage down the street that's been really good to me for like the last year.
Yeah, but it's like, here's my thing. I fucking hate this city and parking and driving in small claustrophobic areas.
Go to Daly City.
It's literally like 3 lights down.
That's where my mechanic shop is.
Yeah, but like, what if I get there and they're like, sorry, bro, like we don't have any room. What do I do?
You call
You
ahead.
literally
You
just
make an
call like,
appointment.
Yeah,
hey,
call
this is
ahead.
what I need to get done. Also, anytime I've called, they've been like, you can drop it off this afternoon.
Anyway, so I'd be dead. I'd be like, Mom, pick up my car at the place near the studio. My car's there. It was getting worked on. They were fixing the AC.
They're
so you
going
don't
to
have
charge you a storage fee if you don't pick it up in 4 days.
Yeah, you might have to pay that. So sorry about that. Also, I'm just trying to think of things to give away. Like, because I don't have a will.
Yeah, I don't have one either.
I would try to, in 30 seconds, 30 minutes, let's make it 30 minutes.
30 minutes.
explain
In fact, you know what? While we're at it, you don't even die. Okay. You don't even die.
I need
You
to
live through it.
I need to explain to this gentleman everything he needs to take away. Delete my browser history. Holy fuck.
I think we're past that though. I think everyone knows we're all perverts.
Yeah.
If my wife saw my browser history, she'd be like, "Yeah, this
Do you
makes
even think
sense."
she would look?
She wouldn't care. She does not care. She knows. We you know what I mean? She
Yeah.
knows. It's disgusting.
When she goes out of town for the weekend, she knows what's happening the second she leaves that door.
I don't
out
even
of
think it's
town
that.
into the next room, same difference. Doesn't matter. I would say
What
I
would
would
you
look.
will away?
I would look
like,
at
who would
man-
you give your guitar to, Andy?
My electric guitar, I'd give to my
Me.
nephew,
lesson
my
on
nephew or
that?
nieces.
Probably me because the magic transfers down. Can't pay.
It doesn't work that way. Yeah, I'd give it to my nephew and nieces. A lot of my stuff would go to my nephew and nieces.
You
My
know,
computer,
your
my
acoustic
gaming
guitar,
stuff.
I thought we meant more to you than that.
So I get nothing.
too. Do I
Mm-hmm.
get my Elite controller back?
Oh yeah, I still have that, huh? Feels great, Joy. Really digging
I'm sure
it.
it's covered in layers of hot Cheetos.
Yeah, there's a lot of hot Cheeto dust all over the controller you gave me, and also
Snort that thing.
I've been using it to play a lot of Halo Reach.
Ooh.
You know,
Nick, what are you gonna will?
I wouldn't will anything. I would just look at a stranger. Because I'm married to my wife. She gets everything. California state law. I would look that stranger in the eye and say, I need you to deliver a very important message to D, to my wife. Okay. Tell her that, yes, it was me that ate the cherries that one time. She'll know what I'm talking
ate
about.
the cherries.
Yeah. She buys cherries sometimes.
And you eat
And-
And sometimes at night I get snacky.
And you lied to her.
I try.
Anyone else that lives with you?
It's not a good lie. But if you just deny, if you just deny, maybe she'll start thinking, maybe I ate them.
Are you trying to gaslight your wife?
Do you have Do you have secret meals? Because again, I listened to the Dan Le Batard show, and one of the producers on the show, he's a little bit chunky, and he talks about how his wife hates it when he has secret meals. And so, like, do you ever
secret snacks?
Do you ever sneak in meals? He's like, all the time, yeah. And I think my wife knows, but I try to hide it. But on the way home, yeah, I'll stop by Wendy's, pick up a little 10-piece, try to eat everything, throw it all away in the restaurant, and then drive home and act like, dinner time, cool.
It's Kevin does that all the time. Literally every time Kevin and I go to the movie, he's like, how do you feel about stopping over to get an instant? I'm like, I don't want one.
And then I get an instant for me and Joey, and then I say, Joey, don't tell Paula about this. She's like, I'm not even talking to Paula. Paula's not even here.
Every single time.
Kevin, you're all about them secret meals, huh? I love
secret
it.
Meals, secret
I love
lives,
it.
ladies and
We're
gentlemen.
not done. We have time. This is including the pre-show.
Yeah. Oh, I thought you said you want to wrap it up.
No.
Oh,
More
cool.
questions?
No, we don't have any more. Well, I mean, I can find more questions, but we could just get you that. No, I don't do secret meals with my wife because I'm not subtle, and I'm a bad.
You're
liar.
a bad liar.
I'm a bad liar.
You're a horrible
So if
liar.
I were to do that, also I'm not ashamed of overeating. I've come to terms with the fact that occasionally the snack monster comes out. Like I've been, and Joe saw this earlier today. Joe came around the corner and saw me fucking like elbow deep in a box of cracked pepper olive oil Triscuits. Oh, these are the best fucking things ever. And my wife just keeps finding these boxes at home. She'll like open the cover, there'll be like a half-eaten one and then a brand new one. She's like, "Did you get another box of the Triscuits?" And I'm like, "I can't stop. I can't stop eating the Triscuits."
Just to be clear, I'm not ashamed of it. It's just I get in trouble. You know what I mean?
I think
But
that
I'm also
borderlines
an
is
adult.
Yeah.
And again, I get to make my own choice as long as I don't get caught.
Yeah.
Also,
that's
the
what being married
seventh
is.
circle of hell is when Kevin does that and Paula's in the car and then they argue about it. And then it just
Because
makes me rethink my entire life.
The thing is this, Kevin, I've seen this happen. And Kevin never lets in. Kevin doesn't like losing an argument. We know this about Kevin.
No.
Okay. He will fight you until to mutual assured destruction. But with Paula, she gets so disappointed. And then part of him's like hurt, but then the other part of him's like, I can't give her an inch on this. Because if I give her an inch now, then the next time I want to have 4 its,
She has
she's
a
really gonna give
stronghold,
me
dude.
shit.
Yeah.
And it is chaos. And I am the opposite, right? Where I look for my wife's approval so much that if I'm about to eat something bad, like I will confess it to her, and we'll go through the whole cycle. And of her still not caring about what I eat, she doesn't give a fuck. I'll
Did
be
you
like,
call her
oh.
about the Triscuits?
Oh, I told her about the Triscuits. Well, here's what happened.
Okay.
Last night I was like, I want some Triscuits. Stopped by the Molly Stone, got a little pre-made burrito, and I was like, good with this like 400, 500 calorie burrito, a whole box of cracked pepper Triscuits. I get it. I'm like, I'm not gonna eat the whole
I'm
box.
trying to picture this box. Kevin, can you Google this box for me?
It's like Shopkins.
It's literally in the back, right?
Yeah, I'll get you one later. You can try them. They're good, Poppy. And I go, I get them. I eat like half of them, and I'm like, I'm just gonna put them out there. I'm gonna bring them to work the next day. My wife and I had a thing to do this morning together, and I was like, oh shit, I forgot the cracked pepper Triscuits. Can you run back up there and get them? She goes, no, we're good. I was like, okay. Then I called her later in the day. I was like, hey, I bought another box of those Triscuits so you can have some if you want. She goes, good, because I ate the whole thing. They're gone. I was like, that's why you didn't want to run.
Are
down
they
to me.
textured like mini wheats?
Yeah.
But they're better.
So
They're
that's
not as
the original. You know what a
thick.
Triscuit is, right?
I don't know if I've ever had one.
They're it's like a flat mini wheat.
You should go
but
get the
they're
Triscuits
savory.
and make Andy have one.
Do you want one?
Well, don't make him. Let him.
Well, you don't have to have. I'll get them for you. You
They're
guys
good.
I'll try one.
talk amongst
Nick,
yourselves.
I'd love to try one too.
Guys, let's all try one.
Because
I think I really like the regular Triscuits.
Oh, it's the goat.
Because like the thing that I've been doing in order to try to be a little bit healthier, because I'm such a snacker. I'm all about. I can't leave a CVS or the Smart and Final without getting a little bag of something, right? And I wish I could just
biscuit.
I wish
Chicken
I could
and
just
biscuit.
buy like crunchy oxygen, like if they sold that, because I would buy it just so
Yeah.
it's something that my mouth could feel.
How do you feel about popcorn?
I love popcorn, Joey. Love
Because
popcorn.
that's the other. You could just like pop like really like whole.
I love the
popcorn.
Skinny Pop. Love Skinny Pop.
Yeah.
I guess the thing
Do you know
I-
that they have like holiday flavor Skinny Pop now?
No, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
The thing I buy Wheat Thins. I've been buying reduced fat Wheat Thins.
See?
they're
Those are good
I
because they're
think-
crunchy.
I think the Triscuits are better than Wheat Thins.
I think these Triscuits are better than the Wheat Thins.
I think
yeah.
even regular Triscuits are better than Wheat Thins.
They look like future food.
They do. That's why I like eating.
Like Soylent Green or something
Yeah.
like that. Where you
Now
can
I'll
just
say
have
this
one
though,
and
you're
it's
going to be a
whole
little
meal.
disappointed you don't have something to drink with because the one knock against these is they suck all the moisture out of your mouth.
My
But
mouth's so dry.
try it. Put the whole thing in there. Just get the flavor blast. Put the whole thing in your mouth, all together on your tongue. Flavor blast. You feel the tang? Feel the zing? Describe the emotional state of where you're at right now. What are you feeling?
My mouth is so dry.
It's so dry, right? You
Oh
can't
my
even talk.
God.
It says on the box, "Do not eat while podcasting."
I don't love the flavor, but
Yeah, it's addictive, right?
I can tell that if I were to eat this in other flavors, I would enjoy it.
Well,
Because the texture,
should
I'm
try
all
the
about
regular
texture.
one.
I'm all about texture.
so the original
need to
Triscuit
rank
is just
the
salt.
Triscuits?
It's so fucking good. I used to when I was a kid. This is how fat I was. As a snack, I would find the biggest plate I could find and make Triscuit nachos. But what I would do is I would lay them perfectly out.
Nachos.
I would lay them.
Right.
I would lay them. I know this is the kind of shit you do when you grow up in Riverside.
But
You
instead
have
of
nothing else
cheese, it
to
was
do.
chocolate syrup.
No, I would lay them all out perfectly, so that they filled the plate like perfectly. I would even snap like ones so that I could like try to fill the circumference because they're squares. You're trying to fill a circular plate. Then I would take into the slices of Kraft cheese, put them perfectly on it because one slice of Kraft cheese equals 4 Triscuits if they're squared. One. Put them in the microwave. Nuke them for way longer than they needed to, so they really like crisped up on each one of them.
I love crispy.
Let them dry for a little bit, like let them cool for a little
That's
bit.
my style.
And then I would hammer that whole thing and maybe go back for seconds.
Hell yeah.
I love overeating so much.
One of my
I miss that and smoking cigarettes.
One of
so
my
badly.
favorite things my dad does.
We missed that video that Andy recorded the other day.
I was gonna make a video gold, fucking social gold, and Nick told me not to post it.
And it's
Kevin.
really upsetting because it's so good.
Nick unironically walked up to Cool Greg's desk, not trying to make a joke,
No. Kevin will understand this.
not trying to make content for anybody. He just walked up to Cool Greg's desk, grabbed the box of cigarettes, and was like, "Oh, you smoke these, Cool Greg?" And then just started smelling them for about 20 seconds, and was just like, "Oh yeah." And I was
mean,
like,
it's-
"Oh, I
it's
had to make
actually-
this a video." And then so I
it's
recorded.
actually a very
I recorded him,
sad
and he was
thing.
so disappointed in himself. He's like, "Don't post that." I'm like,
Like, it's the nicotine winning a little bit.
It is, and it's because the way a cigarette. I mean, if you guys are out there that aren't smokers, you're probably familiar with cigarettes because you smell the smoke. That's a different smell.
whenever I walk by Cool Greg or Barrett,
that
yes.
you smell that smoke on them, and it's not a very pleasant smell. However, the smell of the tobacco itself, the unburnt tobacco, is kind of chocolatey, and it's like
Sweeter.
It's sweeter. It's a much deeper, sweeter smell. I love it. When I used to smoke cigarettes, I'd pack the pack of cigarettes until you had like a solid half an inch of the tip that was packed in. You open it up and you pull that what is it, the cellophane off, right? And then you pull the little paper foil thing off of it, and you get that blast of the smell of the tobacco in your mouth, and you're just like, you know, they say that the smell is the one sense that
The
brings back
strongest,
memories.
yeah.
Yeah, 80% memories.
You just get all of the fun times that you've had smoking cigarettes. You get that in that one just waft of the tobacco, and it is probably the last time I was actually truly happy.
Cigarette smoke to me is just takes me back to playing the local VFWs and
What's a VFW?
Veterans of Foreign Wars. It's like a bar for where veterans go, but somehow VFWs all across America just became places where local bands played. So like our local VFW, Boys Like Girls played there. That's where we opened for them.
Wow.
Like Chiodos, fucking
Silverstein.
Hidden in Plain View. Yeah, all those bands. Cigarette smoke just reminds me of being in a band back in the day and being around all of my friends who smoked, being around,
I love it.
being at venues and meeting other people in bands that you didn't know that you're just, oh, cool, thanks for, oh, good show, man, you all kicked ass, and
It's like
everybody's
the
smoking.
social aspect of
Yeah,
it.
absolutely. After the show, you're like, you just finished loading in all your instrument. It was a horrible smell. And also, cigarette smoke reminds me of, I went to go watch the Dallas Cowboys play in Dallas when I lived in Austin. They played in Dallas against the Redskins, the Washington
you
racial
came across
slurs.
Emmett Smith just having a cigarette.
They played on Thanksgiving, and we went to go watch this game, and Robert Griffin III just destroyed the Cowboys, and it was such an awful, demoralizing game. And the next day, the game ended like, let's say, I don't know, 7 p.m., 8 p.m. We had to drive back from Dallas to Austin, and I worked at 2 a.m. for Black Friday.
Terrible.
Ooh.
It was fucking miserable. And the whole time, I'm in the back seat with a fucking chilly ass winter air because they have the windows down. My
'Cause they're
friends have the
smoking
windows down
cigarettes.
because they're smoking cigarettes, and I'm getting cold ass wind and cigarette smoke in my face.
And occasionally
I got
ash or
sick.
ember.
And I
Of
got
course.
sick.
Of course you did.
I got strep
Because you
throat.
weren't smoking. See, I bet the guys that were smoking didn't get sick. They're keeping themselves
Yeah.
warm from the inside out.
So like maybe 7 hours into my whatever 14-hour shift at Best Buy, I had like straight up just strep throat and like infection. And I was like, I have to go home. Like I feel like garbage
That
right
shit
now.
is no joke, man.
It sucked so bad.
And what's sad is you're addicted. Even when I used to feel like that, when I'd feel myself getting sick, I'd be like, I still have to smoke because I'll feel worse if I don't smoke. Isn't that sad? That's why I tell people, I'm like, don't start
even if
smoking.
you're all like stuffy and
Yeah,
stuff.
because you still feel withdrawal symptoms. Where like I want one. I know.
Doesn't sound like
awful.
Whenever I see people smoking in hot weather, I just think, oh, that's gross.
It is.
The only time is so it's great during 2 times when it's like right now after this podcast, it's cold outside, crisp, nice night. I'd love to go out there on that
Smoke a
patio.
little
have
pack of
cigarette.
heaters.
Just a couple, man. Just
pack of
one. Like what
heaters.
Kevin and I used to do, we'd have one, and then we'd give each other a look. Just have one more, right? Just have one more.
Can you
One or
call
two
them
more.
heaters from now? Stu Gotts calls them
No, a
heaters.
heater
It's my
is
favorite
a
thing in
gun.
the world.
Isn't that a gun?
No, they call it a cigarette. Yeah, I had a little pack of heaters after this.
That's awesome.
Heater is just my favorite word for it.
No, but the nights are the mornings that are crisp, and the nights that are crisp. But the best time to smoke is like 2:00 in the morning, Southern California, dead of summer. You just got out of the bar.
especially in Riverside where it's like
Oh.
that's finally when it cools
It's
down.
like it's a cool 69 degrees outside, and you're just like, we're gonna stay up all night.
but
and
it's
just
30
finish this
degrees
pack.
cooler than it was during the day.
I know, it's so good. Oh, I miss it so much. Don't start smoking, ladies and gentlemen. Don't ever do it, because once that wicked temptress gets her hands on you, she never lets go, and you don't want her to.
I've taken like 3 puffs from cigarettes in my life.
You
and
felt
I'm just
cool,
like,
huh?
And I was just like, why? I don't get it.
Because it's cool.
I don't get
Because
it.
you're used to smoking all that weed.
Yeah, it's true. Big pothead.
Speaking of potheads, ladies and gentlemen, this has been the Kind of Funny podcast. If you want to hear about all of our weed adventures, hey, you got to go over to patreon.com/kindoffunny and back us so that you can be a part of the pre and post show. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you guys so much for joining us. Until next time, it has been our pleasure to serve you.